Hi, so I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal beliefs. First of all, I have been interested in witchcraft since I was about 12 years old when one of my friends was Wiccan or something. I'm not exactly sure what her beliefs were, but she told me about that, and I was raised Christian, so I didn't react that well at first. I was really what are you talking about? You're a witch, those don't exist. Because I was a dumb little kid. And so, after we became friends again, because I was a jerk, and it caused a fight, I got to, observe, different things, and I started researching it a lot myself, and was, getting really into it. But then I just, I stopped randomly, and I'm not sure exactly why. I think it just got, really scared or something. 'Cause, being raised Christian and hearing all these things about, terrible things that will happen to you, you'll get possessed and demons are gonna, get summoned and stuff like that. And I didn't want that to happen to me, so I was just okay, just gonna stop. But yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was that caused me to stop, but I did. And then when I was 16, 17 years old. I think I was 16. I got a deck of tarot cards, which I actually have here. I'll do another video about that. I got those. I didn't really think much of it. I was just yeah, tarot cards, cool, I'll get these. And I used them, only a little bit. I only remember, one reading that I did back then, and it was about my current boyfriend, not my current, but my boyfriend at the time, and I, our relationship, and because we were having problems, and all I remember was that the resolution card that I drew was the Three of Swords, which is a heart with three swords going through it. And I was well, that's a pretty clear message. And then shortly after that, we broke up. And it wasn't my doing, just to be clear. Yeah, he just called me and was no. But yeah. So then we pretty much forget about my tarot cards and forgot about all my spirituality stuff. I was never super into Christianity, but I believed the good things about it, treat other people well. The 10 Commandments are pretty much common sense for things that are good for you, don't kill people, yeah, don't lie, don't steal, all pretty much things that you should generally not do. But anyway, so I believed in that stuff, and I don't, I consider myself agnostic. I've considered myself agnostic for quite a while. I don't know, specific beliefs I have. I don't believe that the rules in the Bible are, solid? I don't know the word for that. But, yeah, they're not, unquestionable, because I don't believe a lot of, Leviticus and stuff like that. If anyone is about that kind of thing, it's pretty rough. But anyway, I'm sorry I'm going on a tangent about, Christianity, which is not what I wanted to do, but, yeah, basically, I've always believed there's more out there than we know. So that's why I consider myself agnostic, because I don't know what I believe, but I do believe there's more out there, because I believe that just believing that we just die. We live, and then we die, and then that's it. And you cease to exist. Like, your whole consciousness, like, everything you know just is gone. I think that's extremely depressing, and grim. So, I'm the kind of person who could use, like, as much positivity in my life as I can get. So, I, can't believe that personally, that we just die. Yeah. But yeah, so on the topic of positivity, I've been going through some rough stuff in my life, the past year or two, like depression, anxiety. I've tried, like, various medications, and, a lot of them haven't worked, or have had, like, not great side effects, but yeah, like, I am currently in a relationship, and it's very important for me to not be incredibly unpleasant, and I want to, calm my nerves as it is. So, I, just randomly came to the realization that I could probably benefit from some spirituality in my life, preferably something that's, calming, like, tranquil, peaceful, positive, uses meditation. So, and, like, since I had that interest in witchcraft, I decided that, that was that. It just was really random, honestly. I don't think there's anything that, like, triggered that choice, but it was just a sudden, like, decision. So, yeah. So I ended up doing a lot of research on Wicca, because I came into this under the assumption that witchcraft is Wicca, and I was very wrong about that. I learned a lot very quickly. I mean, it's only been a couple months now, that I've been, really, on this path, for, like, serious. But I have been, like, reading every day. I'm on Tumblr following a lot of witch and pagan blogs. And, when I started learning about Wicca, I was learning from, like, sources that were interesting but not completely credible. And I'm not gonna name what those were, but, then I, found out from a friend who is a witch but not Wiccan, that Wicca is very focused on the god and goddess, which I knew, but I was just like, eclectic Wicca, you can do whatever you want, right? And she was like, no, not really. Like, first of all, for a lot of Wiccans, traditional Wicca, you have to be in a coven, but with eclectics, you don't, but you're still, like, the whole premise is, like, god and goddess, and then, like, the god is, like, the impregnator, and the goddess is, like, the fertility mother type figure, and it's pretty much always that way, and that doesn't really work for me, because I'm bisexual, so that's one of the things that caused problems with me in Christianity, but, I don't, the whole god and goddess thing is extremely heteronormative, and, I'm not interested in that. I don't feel like I need a man in my life or something. I don't feel like every woman needs a man or every man needs a woman. And what's the other thing? Oh, I, like, didn't really want to embrace a god or goddess to begin with, much less two, like, a package deal. Not that type of thing. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I don't want to be a mom. I have no interest in children. Like, I have pretty much no maternal instinct, except for things, like, that I shouldn't have a maternal instinct for, like my video game characters and, like, animals and stuff. I don't. So no interest in kids or the whole childbirth thing. But, and I know you don't have to, but just none of the whole god and goddess thing or their premises, like, clicked for me. And then to top that all off, like, some of it was kind of, like, problematic. And I have no hate for, like, anyone who practices Wicca or, likes those aspects of it. I think that's great, as long as it's what is working for them. For me, currently, it doesn't. So, I consider myself a pagan witch, which means I do follow a pagan path, which means non-Abrahamic roots. And it's pretty close to Wicca, probably. Some people would probably consider me an eclectic Wiccan, just because their definition is, it encompasses people who don't have a god. Sorry. But I don't want to, like, label myself something that I'm not. And I don't know enough to say, oh, I am actually, like, eclectic Wiccan or something like that. Because, yeah, I don't want to step on any toes. So, I do, I'm interested in witchcraft as part of my spirituality. And, a lot of the Wiccan, like, teachings and focuses, like nature and, but I don't work with any gods currently. I can't really find myself, like, interested in any right now, and I'm not gonna force anything. It's entirely possible that down the road that will change. Right now, I just work with energy and elements, mostly energy though. I do candle magic mostly, and divination through the tarot cards. I'm really interested in a lot of divination, and I've been doing a lot of reading, so that's fun. But yeah, what else can I say? Oh, I'm interested in pop culture paganism, just because it's a section of paganism and I'm trying to learn everything I can. And there are many sections of paganism, but I have friends who are pop culture pagans, or pop culture witches, and personally I am interested in spells and items that incorporate pop culture. Like, I would like to get a tarot deck with, a pop culture thing on it, and spells that are, like, referencing, like, this show or something, using symbols from shows. I feel like, since I focus on energy, the way I see it is that these are very popular shows or things, and people have poured a lot of energy into watching it and loving it, and so it makes sense that these things may hold power. And it's pretty much like, you want to believe in something, then believe it, if it's what feels right for you, then do that. I'm not, like I said, I'm not working with any deities, pop culture or otherwise, but that could certainly change. And it's interesting to me, so, yeah. And I find, like, the pop culture pagan community is very open and accepting. That's how it seems. Like, I don't really know a lot, but, yeah. So that's pretty much what I do. Those are my beliefs. Energy, divination, candles, and, you know, I do meditation. Of course, I feel like we all should be, even if you're not, like, witch, or anything. Meditation is good for you. So, and I will probably do a video about that too. But yeah, I hope this cleared things up. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask, and have a good day. Thank you for watching.